A while back, the source checked in with Tim O'Connell from Brock University about a study that he was doing about outdoor recreation habits. That study has since wrapped up, and now we have the results. Let's welcome Tim once again. Tim, welcome to the source.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me back.
An incredible response to the survey.
Yeah, we were very happy with the numbers of folks who took some time to answer the survey. Originally, we were thinking if we could get 1,000 people, that would be wonderful. And we had 1,550 people complete the survey, and over 2,200 people started it at some point. So we were really happy with the number of folks that took some time to help us out and gather their thoughts on how important outdoor recreation is to them.
As we know now in phase 2, a lot of outdoor spaces are now welcoming visitors, and there are differences in the way they're offering what they usually offer, but there's also differences in the way that people are responding to going back to outdoor recreation. Can you detail what your survey found?
During the course of when the pandemic was kind of on full effect and when physical distancing strategies were really in place, that people really kind of honored those area closures and really cut back on the numbers of people who they were engaging in outdoor recreation activities with. We did see during the course of that kind of pre-reopening of things as well that really, as you would expect, lots of folks were using their neighborhoods and city streets to get out and about and do things. And that was, in fact, like the only area that we saw that really increased usage. All the other areas that you would expect, like national parks, conservation areas, all those areas declined in the number or percentage of use that people reported. In terms of heading back, now that things are reopening, people reported that they're maybe not going to spend quite as much time engaged in outdoor recreation activities. They're going to stay a little bit closer to home. I think they are going to be more aware of some of those physical distancing guidelines.
You mentioned mental health, and parents watching the source right now would be happy to hear that being outdoors, enjoying the outdoors, is important for kids' mental health, for everyone's mental health, and your survey showed that.
There's lots of research out there that shows, mental and physical health, as you said, the impacts of being outdoors, even just for a few minutes. And it doesn't have to be engaged in outdoor recreation activity. It could be a simple thing like just taking a walk in some green space or sitting down and, enjoying what's around you. But yeah, this I think was one of the biggest results of our study so far, is that people really reported there was a significant impact on their mental health. And we asked some general questions around physical and overall health, and there was some significant declines in that as well. That's important to take away, I think, at a number of levels. I think it's important for land managers and, government agencies to realize just how important outdoor recreation is and how important it is to maintain those areas and access to those areas in a way that is accessible to people, even in times of a pandemic when it might be a little bit more difficult to manage those areas.
Tim, is there any follow-up planned for this survey? This is a very unique time, and after this season is over, we've stepped into phase 2. We'll soon, one day, we hope, step into phase 3. Are you planning a follow-up survey to see how this summer went?
Hopefully 2 follow-ups. One, we hopefully will be able to release for folks to help us out again with some data collection, hopefully in the next couple of weeks here. And really what we're looking for is people's thoughts on kind of the last 6 weeks to last 2 months. So we gathered data towards the end of mid-May. So we're asking folks from kind of mid-May till now what their experiences have been with outdoor recreation. And then towards the end of the summer, early fall, we'll follow up with another one. And maybe that will be, again, towards phase 3, when things have opened up a little bit more, to see kind of over time how things have changed, how people's, use patterns have changed, how that's impacted their mental and physical health.
Overall, with the survey results that we're talking about today, what's your biggest surprise?
It's interesting. One of the questions that we asked was, kind of going forward, what are people going to be most likely to do? And I think that one of the surprising things for me was a lot of people said that they were going to be more likely to vote for laws that would help protect outdoor recreation areas. and engage with politicians or vote or support politicians who are more supportive of outdoor recreation areas, take more of an advocacy role for outdoor recreation areas as well. So I think maybe it was a little bit of a kick in the pants for folks to see how important those resources are, and to realize, like, if those areas are taken away or access is barred for whatever reason, that was a big impact. So now they've got a little bit of a motivation to move forward and help protect those resources. So I think that was their surprise.
That is a very, very interesting point, that perhaps COVID-19 does encourage people to be a little bit more politically active in protecting these resources. Thanks for your time, Tim. We'll look forward to the next phase of this research. Thank you, Tim.